the house on you, am I lucky or not? Lucky or not? Lucky or not? You gotta tell me if you love me or not. Love me or not? Love me or not? I'm wishing for you, am I lucky or not? Lucky or not? Lucky or not? Wishing for you.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm very excited to do this review because this is a product that I definitely never reviewed before. I actually own one thing from her. It is a lip kit. I gave it to my friend because I did not like the color on me, and actually the friend I gave it to let me borrow this from her. But anyway, today I am reviewing the Kylie Purple palette, and I am extremely excited to review this. I love Kylie, okay? I know people say she's fake, whatever. I love every Kardashian, all of them. I love them all. I really like Kylie's line. The products that I have tried from her I've really liked. I haven't found one I didn't like yet. So before I get right into this video, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And let's just get started. So I want to start off the video by going over the packaging. The packaging is like a very smooth touch velvet type material, and like the eyes, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's try and focus. The eyes are like a different type of material that stick off the packaging, and so is the words Kylie and like all the lettering itself except on the back. So when you take it out of the sleek black packaging, you are left with the original Kylie look. All three of her palettes, including this one, look like this. They all have the eyes. The tears in this collection are like purple and bluish color. The tears match whatever color the palette actually is. So when you open it up, you are left with a little clear plastic to protect the eyeshadows. This is like, I always threw these out, but I actually found out from Laura Lee, which is one of my favorite YouTubers, that she found out from her fans that you can actually use these to mix foundation on, and they're really great, especially if you have a higher quality one. Some of them are like really cheap. This one feels actually pretty decent. After that, when you open the palette, you actually have a mirror, and for her this is definitely a first. Her first two palettes before this did not have a mirror, and I know the internet was coming at her for it. I'm really happy that she included it because I feel like it makes doing the look so much easier. When you start to look at the actual eyeshadows, they are very pretty. I know purple is a very hard color to make. A lot of people who are like in the makeup industry have a hard time creating a purple eyeshadow. This one really speaks out to me. Yes, I have done a few swatches. I have actually like felt them all and everything. I really do like the colors of this. The only one that I don't really like find relevant to this palette is this dark one right here. It has almost like a green blue undertone, and to me that's like a really weird one to put into this palette. The last thing I want to talk about is how much this palette retails for and its claims. I have it up on my phone right here. The palette retails for $42, and this is not the fall bundle. The fall collection bundle, which comes with this, some highlighters, lip liners, and lip matte lipsticks or velvet, I'm not sure, is $225. This eyeshadow claims to, let's see, it claims to have medium buildable coverage and a velvety smooth texture. From my swatches, I can definitely tell that there is a like velvet smooth, creamy like texture in the actual eyeshadows. We will have to see how they are buildable on the eye. Without further ado, let's go straight into the actual tutorial. Okay, so I zoomed you guys in so you can see everything that I'm doing up close. I already primed my eyes with the Tarte Shape Tape concealer and set it with some powder. I'm going to go in this like mauvey brown color as my transition shade. Okay, so my first initial reaction is that this eyeshadow came off completely different than the color it looks in the palette. It's so dark on the actual eye, like I did not expect it to look like that, and this brush was actually clean on this one side. So I don't really know how to feel about that. The others seemed very true to color. But I do want to also say that my highlight on my nose, my cheeks, my upper lip is actually this color called Periwinkle, and I wanted to try it out before I even started the video, and I actually really like it as a highlight. It's super bright. I'm not sure if I want to use it on my actual eye. I might put it in the inner corner. But anyway, back to the actual palette. The color is totally different than what it looks in the pan, and let's just keep this video rolling. So I'm going to go ahead and use this shade right here on the end, and that is called Lilac. And I'm going to take that on the other end of this brush, which it picks great pigment up on top of the brush. And I'm going to apply this in my inner V and start to bring it a little bit into my crease. Now I'm just blending with the other side of the brush, and I'm kind of winging the eyeshadows out. That way they go out a little bit more to fit my actual eye shape. And I'm just going back with that lilac until I'm happy with the color. Okay, so now that I builded it to where I'm happy, I'm going to use a smaller brush and take the deepest purple, which is in the middle, called Wine and Dine, and I'm going to use that in my very, very, very tight inner corner and then go into my crease. I really am tempted to do a cut crease with this, so I think that's what I'm going to do, and you guys will see where I'm going with this in a second.
Young enough to still sell dope, but old enough that I knows better. When they saying it's 42, but that white powder I knows better.
Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape and take a angled brush and go ahead and carve out my lid. So that way I can create a cut crease with this look.
Nigga, I knows better. Smile on the devil's face. Don't wanna sell dope forever and flip me rolling to the best break. Fish scale and a two dog that I fish tail. Fiberglass, Ferrari leather, and the time shit that I mix there.
Okay, so now that I've carved out my crease, I'm going to take this light purple shade right here. I really want to do a purple look with this purple palette, and that is called Turning Violet. And I really like this one because it's a super light purple that like you almost never find in a palette. The only other place I know that has a color similar to this is the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm going to take that on a flat brush, which it picks up a lot of pigment, and I'm going to apply that straight where I applied the concealer. Okay, so I really, really like the way that looks on my eye. I'm going to go back in with that really small brush that I used and take that deep dark purple and apply that, kind of blend the light and dark together. I'm just going to go ahead and blend. And to kind of finish up this look on the actual lid, there's always one thing I like to do when I have a cut crease. I go back in with another small angled brush, and I go in with that deep dark color I used on the outer V right there, and I just apply it right above the crease just to darken it up and really make it more dramatic. Then I go ahead with a blending brush and just blend it out.
Young nigga move that dope. Young nigga move that dope, baby, move that dope.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the other eye off of camera, and I'll be right back to give you guys my final thoughts. Okay guys, so I'm actually very, very, very happy with the way this eye look came out. I did not apply mascara or falsies or anything. I wanted you guys to really be able to see this look. The only thing I did off of camera was add a little bit of that periwinkle color, which was this extra shimmer that I used as a highlight. The only complaint I have about this palette, which is literally the only complaint, I love everything about it. I love the packaging, I love the colors, I agree with the claims, the medium buildable coverage, and the velvet touch, but I have to say this one color completely ruined the package for the palette for me, and that is the color Stone. This color came off completely different on my eye. In the actual palette, it looks almost like this cool toned brown, almost like a contour shade, like for lighter skin tone. And on my actual eye, it came off so gray and like so dark. Like this look would be nowhere as dark in the crease and stuff if it wasn't for using that as a transition shade, which wouldn't have been able to use as a transition shade if I knew what color it actually was. Other than that, I'm so in love with this palette, and I would totally recommend this to anybody with giving them that warning. I think it's worth the money. I think there are other palettes out there. They're a little bit harder to find, but that use the color purple just as well. If you are into Kylie, I would totally suggest this. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all next Thursday.